We're back now at the National Agricultural Center and Hall of Fame here in Bonner Springs, Kansas, and I'm joined by Lee Sigley, and you are the center's educational coordinator. First off, why in the world do we need a Hall of Fame for agriculture?
Well, we have found out through various opportunities that people have either forgotten or just aren't aware of what agriculture entails, of what goes into producing food and fiber that they use in everyday life.
And so this museum is going to show those folks all about agriculture?
We examine a lot of different aspects of agriculture. We were focused on the past. We are trying to make that leap into showing what current issues and steps in agriculture are, what we may have to face in the future. We are here to honor individuals for outstanding contributions to agriculture. We are also here to educate the public about why agriculture is important. We make it as engaging and interactive as we can. We try and get them involved, not just to show them or to talk about it, but get them involved in activities to do.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back at this location for more in just a bit. We're back now at the National Agricultural Center and Hall of Fame here in Bonner Springs, Kansas, and I'm joined by the center's director, Tim Doherty. And Tim, what is this building that we're in? And this covers virtually the entire history of farming, at least the equipment anyway.
This is what we call the Museum of Farming. We have equipment and tools from clear back in the 1700s until right up to modern history.
A centerpiece of the machinery here is this gleaming green tractor, a 1918 model from a then newcomer called John Deere.
It begins an era of a company that all of us see every day in agriculture, and it's very important. So this is one of my favorite pieces.
And Tim, this is not the only John Deere you have here. You have the first one that was marketed as a John Deere tractor with the name on it.
That's correct. The first tractor that was actually a John Deere from the ground up and marketed as a John Deere is the Spoker D.
And then you have a beautifully restored Alice Chalmers down.
That's correct. It's an Alice Chalmers RC. And the Alice Chalmers RC was Alice Chalmers' first drive toward a row crop tractor, away from the heavy tillage tractors to the tractor that could be used in the field after the crop had been planted.
These labor-saving pieces of machinery were a big improvement on this mule-powered plow, which actually has a presidential pedigree.
One of my other favorite pieces is we have the plow that was Harry Truman's plow when he grew up on the farm.
He had a kind of an interesting outlook on plowing the field. He said you look back and you can actually see what you have accomplished.
That's important because when you look at Harry Truman's life, to be able to reflect back on those days on the farm and realize this is what I accomplished, as opposed to so many times it's hard to actually see I can measure what I did today.
Truman's reflection on the tangible nature of farm work is an important reminder during this 21st century.
As generations move on, we continue to get further and further from the farm. People don't understand like they used to about where does our food come from? What are the processes that we go through to raise the food that we eat on a daily basis?